You are listening to Standards in 10 Minutes from The Standard Show, the podcast that brings you the stories behind the standards with Matthew Childs and Cindy Parakill.
Hello, my name is Matthew Childs.
And I'm Cindy Parakill.
And this Standard in 10 Minutes is PAS 808, the standard for purpose-driven organisations. Here are 10 things you need to know.
Number 1. What the standard is all about.
PAS 808 is a guidance document setting out what it means to be a purpose-driven organisation, or PDO. It helps organisations to develop their own strategies and approaches to embedding purpose at the very heart of their decision-making and operations. The PAS sets out how, by becoming more purpose-driven, organisations can help tackle some pretty big challenges: the enormous dangers of the climate emergency, biodiversity loss, growing income inequality, and meeting the increasing demands of society. It describes the worldviews, principles, and behaviours of a purpose-driven organisation and determines what might need to be done in order to be aligned with them. Number 2. Why the standard has been developed.
You might say it has never been more complicated to be in business than right now. The challenges and concerns raised by social inequality, national resource depletion, and an acknowledged climate emergency have made it less clear what role businesses should play in society. Customers, investors, and regulators increasingly want to know if organizations are part of the solution to society's shared challenges and aspirations. So, there's a growing requirement for organizations to truly understand why they do business, and also to factor in the increasingly urgent needs of people and planet so that these are at the heart of strategy and operations and become the true measures of success. However, there's little consensus on how a business can become part of the solution, and so this is where PAS 808 comes in. Number 3. What is meant by the term purpose-driven organization?
A purpose-driven organisation is one that exists to contribute to a sustainable future. And it does this through managing and caring properly for its resources and stakeholders, including making a profit. It unites the concepts of strategy, purpose, and sustainability into a clear definition of what organisational purpose is, namely, that businesses exist specifically to make the most optimal contribution possible to the long-term well-being of all people and the planet. Number 4. What's meant by the term PAS?
A PAS is a fast-track standardization document, the result of an expert consulting service from BSI. It defines good practice for a product, service, or process. It is a powerful way to establish the integrity of an innovation or approach. A PAS is best suited to areas where new concepts are becoming widely accepted and minimal change is expected. Sponsored by industry leaders, government, trade associations, and professional bodies, a PAS is developed by a steering group or advisory group of stakeholders selected from relevant fields and led by BSI. It is also an important route to international standards. Around 30% of PASs developed by BSI have gone on to become international standards, such as ISO standards. Number 5. Who the standard is for.
PAS 808 is suitable for organisations of any size and any type. But because the standard marks a watershed moment in clarifying a consensus view of what sustainable business practice looks like, it's for those organisations who truly want to understand what it means to be a purpose-driven organisation and align fully with a sustainable future. Number 6. How organisations use it.
Because PAS 808 sets out what it means to be a PDO in practice by outlining key worldviews, values, principles, behaviors, and defining key terms, it gives confidence to those who are genuinely seeking to become purpose-driven or who are already purpose-driven to shout more clearly and consistently about their struggles and successes and to help others to see what is possible. It provides a way for an organization to be on a purpose-driven journey to understanding both where it is going and how far away it is from truly contributing to long-term well-being. Number 7. How it can work alongside other guidance.
PAS 808 provides the basis for an organisation to develop its own approaches to embed purpose in their policies, processes, practices and products. All the P's there. So rather than asking leaders to read a wide range of views on what purpose-driven and sustainable organisations look like and then assimilate these concepts, PAS 808 does it for them. It sets out key definitions to build clarity. From there, they can decide if they want to be supported on their journey by other guides, such as Blueprint for Better Business or Future Fit Foundation, that they may want to use to help them. How the organisation applies PAS 808 will depend on considerations like its size, sector, industry, culture, starting point, and available resources. Organisations aspiring to be purpose-driven find that the process is an iterative one that progresses as the organisation learns more about itself, its external context, and the emerging opportunities and challenges that being purpose-driven presents. Therefore, organisational learning is an important part of the journey. Number 8. Benefits of using the standard.
By describing what principles sustainable businesses need to follow, organizations can use PAS 808 to both understand where it is today and then to both inspire and inform where it wants to get to. The organization will then need to use its own judgment to decide how it goes from where it is to where it wants to be. The benefit of thinking and acting in this way can be significant. Organizations may reduce their liabilities and risks, identify important new markets, or innovate new products and services. They may also attract, retain, and motivate talent more easily and improve their overall organizational performance, efficiency, and agility. There are wider benefits too. Using the standard can form the basis of accountability for an organization and help demonstrate to stakeholders its level of maturity in becoming purpose-driven. Number 9. The type of standard it is.
PAS 808 is a guide. And as the name suggests, a guide primarily contains information and guidance. It may also include recommendations where appropriate, but these are generally of a nature that would not support reliable claims of compliance. A guide is a category of standard published to give less prescriptive advice, which reflects the current thinking and practice amongst experts in a particular subject. Number 10. The people involved in developing the standard.
PAS 808 is sponsored by Anglian Water, Jones Long LaSalle, KPMG and the UK government. And it was developed by a steering group of experts convened by BSI, including the Cambridge Institute for Sustainable Leadership, Business in the Community, the Chartered Management Institute, the World Business Council for Sustainable Development, Blueprint for Better Business, the John Lewis Partnership, and B-Lab UK.
So, there you have it. A standard in 10 minutes. PAS 808. Purpose-driven organisations.
You have been listening to Standards in 10 Minutes from The Standard Show. Subscribe to us now, wherever you get your podcasts.
You just heard a stripped media production.